Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? And welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Today we'll be talking about the teenager who's convincing her parents to come to Dubai on a trip. She's using PowerPoint and she is the entrepreneur we all want to be. We're also talking about how robots are replacing humans in a job. It could affect you. We're also talking about the fact that the UAE has named 38 people on its terror list. So we're going to update you on all of that information. But first of all, you can see I'm alone. Where's Simran? I don't know. Simran is having maintenance issues this morning, so she's going to be in the office in a little bit, but she's running a little bit late. So everyone, let's give shout outs to Simran. Tell her to come back because I don't like being here alone. So since I'm alone, let me know where you're watching from. Instagram, I see you. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, we also see you too. So let us know where you're watching from, how you're doing this morning, and whether or not you are obsessing over the Met Gala looks. Guys, have we been watching? That was so half-hearted. Is it something you care about? So the first thing I did this morning, I was like, okay, have Arab designers been represented? Because usually there's some gorgeous looks. This year, as far as I'm aware, no. But of course, it's Met Gala, so we're seeing a lot of stuff. By the way, the VMAs was last night, Met Gala's tonight. How busy is New York at the moment? It feels like they're trying to compete with Dubai in terms of events going on, but we have Expo coming, so I still think we win. Watching from Lima, watching from Turkey. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's just quickly jump into the Met Gala. I want to get your thoughts. I have a photo here beside me. It's Kendall, it's Kim. They're on the red carpet. They're looking at each other as though they don't recognize her because Kim Kardashian has again covered her face. I don't know why she's doing this. It's a very unique look. I think, is it a Balenciaga look? Second time in a row she's done it, which is interesting because we saw it 2 days ago, so I don't know why she did it again. It was leather, and today what's the... It's just cotton. Shahir is our fashion correspondent. Do you want to come and talk about it? Come. Another day when we have more local looks represented, maybe. But also, if you're looking at this photo beside me of Kendall, I'm a bit surprised because she looks like Kim Kardashian has looked over the years, which was a bit disappointing. But there's so much going through. If you want to see where I get all my latest Met Gala updates, I go on to Diet Proud on Instagram. They have everything on their stories, so you can check them there. Finally, a quick one. AOC, who is the American political and activist, she was at the Met Gala for the first time, and she is getting a lot of heat because basically her dress said, I think it said tax the rich. However, to attend the Met Gala, a ticket costs 30k. And also your dress is going to cost a little bit, your hair is going to cost a little bit. So people are saying it was a really, really bad political move to be at this incredibly lavish ball where tickets cost that much money, and then to try and, I guess, have a politically aggressive slogan on your dress when in fact you are cavorting with the rich. But at the same time, it's a platform. So I want to get your thoughts on that. Let us know what you're thinking. And any questions you might have about this show. And yeah, if you're missing Simran, so am I. So let's see if maybe Simran's tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, we go through all of the top stories in Dubai. So let's run into our first one. But also, do stay tuned because later in the show, we're going to be joined by the winner of Patrón Perfectionist UAE 2021, along with the brand ambassador, Nick Koumbarakis. They're going to tell us all about the upcoming trip to Mexico and how the competition went in the UAE so far. Now, while Patrón Perfectionist 2021 is the sponsor of this show, the opinions and statements are Lovin Dubai's. So let's run into our top story. The UAE has named 38 people on its terror list. So 38 individual names, along with their countries that they're originally from, and 15 entities have been added to a list of known people who support terrorists. And the list was issued by the UAE Cabinet Resolution number 83 of 2021. This resolution highlights the UAE's commitment to target and also dismantle networks that finance terrorism and its related activities. The resolution demands that regulatory authorities must monitor and identify any individuals or entities associated with any financial, commercial, or technical relationship and take those necessary precautions in less than 24 hours. It also goes on to then list all of the individuals and the country that they're from and the list of updated entities. And I just think it's very transparent and interesting for us to see as a people that targeting terrorism, of course, is still a top priority here in the UAE, and that we're seeing the updated list. It's so interesting to see the entities' names, and you're immediately wanting to be like, do you reside here in the UAE? Why have they been added to the list? But if you'd like to see the list yourself, we're going to have it on Lovin Dubai shortly. It was also shared by the Emirates news agency, wam.ae, so it's all there right now if you want to go and check it out. Let's jump into our next story. Robots are replacing human teachers at RTA's Employee Training Centre. This just shows you how far we've come and how far we may go. Robots, drones, sensors, we are living through digital evolution, and this city, Dubai, as you know, is the hub of all things artificial intelligence. So now the Dubai Roads and Transport Authority, RTA, they've announced 869 bus drivers have been trained onto this new digital coach initiative. Now, the coach initiative is one of these smart technologies introduced by the RTA back in 2019. It showcases the role of AI tech in running the businesses during the pandemic. Now, 60 training sessions in total were held under this initiative since the outbreak of COVID-19, and robots worked to captivate the attention of trainees and interact with them during the theoretical training sessions. So to imagine that robots are being trained to actually captivate people, to inspire them and motivate and train them, it's just phenomenal. It's literally out of this world. Now, this is literally the first of its kind training drivers worldwide, and you can get more information on the RTA, but it's just so interesting to know that drivers are being trained by robots. Does that mean students can be trained by robots? Does that mean we're going to go to university and eventually it'll just, like, does that mean we'll just literally have a person, potentially, or a PowerPoint person projected training us in future, educating us? Would that motivate you? Would that encourage you? Do you need the human element, or is that fine? Guys, robots as teachers going forward, yay or nay? Terminator. We're getting there. This is it. Well, we have this. Simran shows this GIF that you can see beside us on Facebook, and it's a bit much. It's a bit too close to home. It's not people that look like robots, and they're actual robots. You're saying nay? But what about so in the classroom, no, you need the human element, right? But what about for a 3-day course? And it's going to save a lot of time and a lot of energy if they have a robot training you to do the specific thing you want to learn in 3 days. Driving.
You won't get the, okay, never mind.
What?
If it's AI, then sure. If it's an AI instructing you and you don't need to ask questions, I feel like you're fine. But besides that, you need the human element.
I think you need, the human element. But I see the benefit for training many individuals on a bigger scale, because if it's like a small class, yes, human element, but if it's a 600 people learning over a specific course, then maybe you see that robots are, this is where it's going. This is Dubai, guys, always ahead of the game. I think it's fantastic, and it's coming through by the RTA. Also, something I heard, I'm doing my driving license in Dubai at the moment. If anyone else is, give me your tips, because I'm only starting on my journey and I need them. However, with one driving school in Dubai, they are doing the training without people in the cars. Haven't verified this. Is that true? So you're driving your car and there is someone is instructing you via the ecosystem in the car, but you don't actually have an instructor in the car. One of the driving schools in Dubai. We'll check that out for you. But if you have any thoughts on that, let us know in the comments. Let us jump into our next story, guys. This girl is inspiring me with her entrepreneurship from such a young age. She has made a PowerPoint presentation to convince her parents to come to Dubai, and it is literally the 16-year-old business mogul in all of us. How amazing is this? On Twitter, you can find her at VV Reaction. She's inspiring us with her business savvy. Basically, she wants to come to Dubai because her two fave groups, BYGO and Binny, their two Pinot groups, are playing. We actually talked about it on the show. We had Jackie in here telling us about this massive Pinot concert that's coming to the UAE. Now, she's in Scandinavia and she wants to come. So basically, she tried to convince her parents with the use of a PowerPoint presentation. And she basically kind of ran through all of the reasons why she should come. So Dubai is her inspiration. She also said, it's a Muslim country and I'm interested in Muslim studies. And of course, Mom, she was like, I'll take all of the pictures and videos so you can learn too. and I'll bring food with me, and if there's no Wi-Fi, I'll use 4G. She also kind of was like killing them with all the things that she's fantastic at. So she's like, look, I'm responsible, and I can buy an abaya, and I can buy you guys lots of things. And I think there was a 3-part, so we just have one video beside us, but a 3-part presentation to her parents as to why she should come to Dubai. And she tried it, so I hope she got through. Does this take you guys back, Shahir, Ali, to your teenage days, trying to convince your parents of anything that possibly you wanted?
Yeah, I wanted a dog and a horse. Never got any of them. I got toys of them, but not actual ones.
Interesting.
So I was successful
But
at getting the toys.
did you make it through a video? Like, did you do a PowerPoint presentation? How far did you go in your convincing skills?
To my knees. No, not to the
Really? Oh, I can see a little Ali on his knees. It's so cute.
I had tears falling out of my eyes.
Really want a horse. Was a horse realistic?
No. We don't have a stable for it. Yeah. Like if we were to buy a horse, we need to have a stable and take care of it, and it would be very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. But
interesting.
I didn't know.
Of course, this is the thing. You beg your parents for these like crazy, outlandish things, probably unaware of how heartbreaking it might be for them to say no, right? Like I'm literally thinking of like a trip that I wanted and an animal that I wanted for years and years and years. I really wanted to go to Hawaii so much. It wasn't possible. I live in Ireland. I'm not going to Hawaii as a kid. But my mom would have done anything for us, but Hawaii wasn't on the agenda. But like, yeah, it must be tricky for them. Shahir?
I haven't done anything like that, but my cousin once wrote a 2,000-word essay on why he should get a piercing.
Oh, what age was he?
16, 17. I was a kid.
A 2,000-word essay for something he wanted. See, that's the dedication.
Right?
I feel like a lot, especially with animals, kids are like, look, I'll do the feeding, I'll do the minding, I'll love them, I'll cuddle them and I'll play with them. But then actually when I wanted a dog, and then when it actually came to the house, it was a very different story. However, this video, I think she got a couple of thousand videos on Twitter, but we shared it on our platform yesterday, and Dubai, the incredible Dubai, is going all out as usual. We've had messages from people wanting to get in touch with the family. Hiba Al-Fayek with the Smash Room DXB, she said, look, if the family can come, I will let them come to Smash Room DXB and have a good time. So look, the trip is already being looked after. Parents, if you're watching this, we're adding to the plea. Let her come and see her favorite band in Dubai, if possible. Probably not possible. But we do love her entrepreneurship spirit. And also in the 3rd video that she posted, she actually said thank you to her entrepreneurship teacher for teaching her the ways to convince people, which is so smart, right? Because look, that's obviously why she decided to do this. But it's also probably going to inspire many other people because, there's such a craze with pop music, and this is Pinoy pop groups, but also with like K-pop, and they only travel to specific destinations around the world. But of course, their fans are worldwide, and they are just obsessed with these musicians. So yeah, imagine all these parents like having to fork out for plane tickets and hotels and all this type of stuff. But if you want to see her presentation, it's on Lovin Dubai Instagram right now, and also check out her Twitter at VV Reactions. Stay tuned if you're still with us. After the break, we'll be joined by the winner of Patrón Perfectionist 2021, the UAE competition, Zviad Khuntsaria, along with brand ambassador Nick Koumbarakis, to hear all about this life-changing win and competition. We'll be with you in about 30 seconds. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We are now joined by the winner of Patrón Perfectionist 2021 UAE competition, Zuka, along with brand ambassador Nick Koumbarakis. Welcome to the show. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm going to give a little applause. We were there for the moment, and we're going to relive the moment very, very shortly. But firstly, Nick, question to you. What did it take Zuka to get to this moment? Tell us about the competition as a whole.
So, wow, what an incredible journey. 7 months, and it all culminated to last week's final. You were there, you were witness to it. We all were there in the cinema, and we made the global announcement to our very first national winner in Zuka. So it started off from our recruitment phase to our top 30 announcement, which involved a consumer voting element, then to our top 10, and then announcing our winner. And then Zuka would be competing at the global finals in January, and you'll also be there as well.
In Hacienda in Mexico, so cool. So 7 months, right? So 7 months for a competition as a whole, that's quite big. And for you to go from 7 months to winning, we actually have the moment you won playing beside us on Facebook, and it's truly emotional and touching. I was watching it in real life and I was like getting goosebumps. But describe that moment.
Yeah, as you said, like I still have these goosebumps, and I watch over and over like several times to just realize what happened. Obviously, it was a huge moment for me because I've been dreaming about this moment. I literally was dreaming about this moment, like imagining what I'm gonna do if they will announce me. But it was completely different. Yeah, I don't know. Like it was very emotional, but also like it's a big honor because the finalists were amazing. It's one of the strongest lineup which I've seen, and then yeah, to represent the UAE in the globals, hopefully I can bring the trophy back home.
That's what we want. Can I say that? Of course, that's what we want. But mentioning the other guys involved, like you could see, I guess, the heartbreak on the day of the others because they probably were dreaming of this win too. But you know, your drink topped it, right? So can you tell us the inspiration behind your win?
Yeah, well, inspiration behind the drink. Usually, you know, inspiration for the bartenders is some kind of memory linked to the past, like to the family or the friends or something like this. Well, and obviously because of these past 2 years, the pandemic, we had to look somewhere else for the inspiration. And hence, the inspiration of the Rising Sun was the Japanese restaurant where I work, Roka Dubai, and also the Japanese culture. So I try to see from the positive perspective, and I try to link these two cultures into my drink, and then this was like the inspiration for the drink itself.
Interesting. Well, it definitely, of course, it stood out. What was the reaction, I guess, of your friends and family? First of all, were they watching the live stream? Because the cool thing about this final is that usually it's an in-person event, but in this case, you streamed it live across the world. So unlike before, your family was probably able to see the win. What was that like for them?
Yeah, well, from the moment they announced the winner, because it was on live, my phone my phone never stopped vibrating in my pocket, and I knew that it's going crazy there. My bar manager was watching it because he's in London, and then all other guys, my family, obviously. I could not text them for like maybe 20 minutes, and then I sent a voice message. They could not believe. Yeah, I think whoever knows me, with whoever I had a contact past 2 months, probably, they knew how big it is for me.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah, they were very happy.
The phone was hopping.
Sorry?
The phone was hopping.
I think it still is.
It still is. And next day when I woke up, I saw the notifications. I was like, wow. And I had to go to thank each and everybody personally. I was like, it's gonna take time. Like,
this is a big deal, and it's called Patrón Perfectionist for a reason, because actually perfection goes into creating it. And the more involved that Lovin Dubai got to be in this competition, the more we really truly, I guess, understand the artistry and the creativity. So to get to this point, can you give us like a short background of your career so far?
So it all started back in Georgia when I was working in Buddha Bar, and then I was studying in the same time. Once I graduated from the university, I decided to move abroad, and then it was Dubai, the first choice, because one friend of mine was already working here, so she advised me like to give it a try. I changed a couple of places. I was working in Atmosphere Burj Khalifa, in JWMR, some good restaurants. I had amazing mentors, previous winners, by the way, of the Patrón Perfectionist. So I always had people to like look, yeah. And I send them messages. I said like, look, I made it. I hope I make you proud as well. So it was quite a journey. So yeah, that's probably my career. I've been in Dubai since 2015. I had a small break in between as well. I left hospitality, but you know, there's always something eating from inside. Like you had to achieve, because I always wanted to win the competition, and it's like you didn't. So I was like, I will give one more time to try myself, and then yeah. Apparently this year I did it.
Here we are. But what's interesting this year about the competition was it's about the drink itself, but it's also about people wanting to snap photos of it and whether or not people make it at home. How important, first of all, we'll go to you, how important was that when you created the drink? How much did you really consider those aspects of the competition?
That was the main aspect in my drink as well, because from the moment when Nick told us, like, guys, this is the rules and regulations for the competition, because obviously each and every competition has different approach, different vision, you know. And this competition was completely for the consumers to replicate your drink. So my drink doesn't need any professional equipment first. It takes maximum 1 hour of preparation, and then you can enjoy it. Yeah, it's super easy. I think that's the one of the things, and plus it's long, refreshing, you know. This is what we need in such a hot weather, right?
100%. We need long, refreshing, and easy to create. So
easy.
With the different requirements this year for the competition, what was the thought process for Patrón Perfectionist to add those in, I guess?
I think, you know, we as a platform, as a program itself, you have to adapt, you have to evolve, right? And especially, you know, from the pandemic in itself, what we noticed was the rise of home consumption and, you know, mixology, right? So we also want to bring consumers that much closer to the program as well, bring consumers at the heart of everything that we do. And there's no better way or better platform to do that, right? You know, encouraging consumers to go visit these top bars, visit these top bartenders, but also at the same time learn how to make their drinks 100%. As well. And I'm sure you got to experience that during your little tour, you know, in the city, and getting to experience some of the great drinks that were made by some of the top 30 best bartenders here in Dubai.
100%. Watching the professionals at it and then taking it home, that's the new way to do it. So Zvuad's had an incredible win, but there's more to come. Can you tell us, Nick, a little bit about the next level of the competition?
Look, I think being a former competition bartender myself, it never gets any easier. Every year the standards go up. The competition gets that much tighter, and everyone's there to win it, right? But at the same time, what's also most important about this competition or this program is the community aspect, right? You know, irrespective if you win or lose at global finals, you're still a national winner. You're still representing your home country, right? But you take away much more than that, right? So that for me is probably the most important element of that. But, you know, going into Mexico, there will still be preparation leading up into that final. So, you know, we're best prepared for that as well.
Well, what does that best prepared mean? So does the drink and story stay the same, or and then what is the competition when you get to Mexico? What's that like? So
it'll still be the same format. There will be a semi-finals. So there'll be a first and second heat, and then there'll be the announcement of, you know, whether it's a top 8 or top 10 into the final. So whether there's 20 participating countries, will get whittled down to a final 10. You know, in terms of the drink in itself, we'll slightly refine it, but you can't change any of the ingredients or anything. You know, it's standardized there, but what we'd like to do is improve it. So we want to kind of looking at the Rising Sun 2.0, if you want to call it that. Same with his presentation. You know, we're going to slightly refine it. You know, the whole idea about this program is the mentoring opportunities, right? And we want to refine that from the get-go. And like I said to Zvuad, I think post-competition, he's going to come out a different person altogether. You know, I think he'll be a different bartender, a different person.
So all of the winners, I guess, get a lot of support from
100%.
Their
the brand ambassadors.
Amazing.
Yeah, 100%. You know, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that, you know, our winner is best prepared leading up into that final. You know, so that when he walks up on stage, it's like he's done this 1,000 times.
Zvuad, we are rooting for you for the UAE. We cannot wait. It's happening in January. You guys will know all about it, so stay tuned. Let's do a massive round of applause because this is you going into the UAE final. Woo!
Thank you so much.
can't wait.
Thanks for
Seriously, we are
invitation.
rooting for you. We cannot wait to watch you on stage in Mexico. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Casey.
Brand Ambassador Nick Koumbarakis, the UAE-Patrón Perfectionist 2021 winner, Zuka. Stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.